Hi, this is Christina, the Accidental Manifester, and I'm here to talk about my experience this first week on being positive. This, I have to admit, was a challenge. I didn't realize how negative I am on a regular basis, whether it's gossip or whether it's talking, bad about things that have happened or bringing up bad thoughts or bad energies. It's something I guess I just do. This has probably been the biggest growth of the three things that I was attempting this week. This has been the biggest challenge, I would say, and probably the single most rewarding thing I've done. It's something you don't realize takes over your life like it does, even with the smallest amount of negativity. I was talking to my husband and I was saying how easy it is to let small amounts of negativity come into your life, whether that's through a news magazine or whether it's, watching television or just even going through the internet, or that simple phrase, oh, it's just my luck. I heard that from myself the other day and I thought, oh gosh, what a negative thing to say, just my luck. Whether it's good or bad, most of the times it's a pretty negative meaning to it. So I found myself having to really check myself on a regular basis. Now, I'm not saying I was perfect. This was definitely a growth week. There were several times when people came to me and said negative things to me, and I fed into that, and I had to stop myself, roll back, and then come back being positive again. Or I had to just forgive myself, which is probably one of the biggest pieces of being positive, is finding that not only are you having to be positive on other people, but you're having to be positive about yourself. Like I made a mistake, and normally I would beat myself up over this mistake. I would be angry at myself over this mistake. And instead I had to just stop and say, I'm okay. What I found interesting over this week is the I'm okay turned to I'm great, no problem. I did the best that I could. I found myself kind of motivating myself along versus just saying, oh, I'm okay, but I'm okay. And I found myself doing that with other people. Like there's a woman that I work with, and she by nature is a talkative, outgoing human. And people tend to find what she says negative. But because I'm on this positive, finding positivity in everything and being positive about things, I actually let myself engage with her and listen to her and understand her. And I found it kind of interesting what she was doing and what she was talking about. It was, it was just her life. It was about her different things she's working on, like balloons and parties. And, of course, we all judged her originally for it. But am I getting to know her? And instead of judging her, I actually let her in and I let her talk, and I let her talk about what she wants to do and where she's going to be, and I ended up really loving her. And it was such a change. Instead of going, here she is, she's going to talk endlessly to me and she's going to tell me about all this stuff, and I'm really loving her. And I remember going back later to somebody else and saying, oh my gosh, look who's here. I just love her. And she said, really? Because she doesn't quit talking. Yeah, I know, but that's okay. And I said, she's fine the way she is. She's actually got a lot of neat things. When she takes a few minutes and actually listen and engage in what she's talking about, she's pretty fantastic. And as a matter of fact, I think she would be a great asset in your life, because she actually has some really fantastic ideas that nobody's taken the time to listen to because they were so busy judging her for being a talkative human. So, and I'm not saying it's always going to be that way, but this way it was funny. I mean, I found myself truly liking this woman and truly enjoying her and looking forward to her coming back. And I remember saying to her, I said, you're really a neat person, you know that? And she said, I think I'm neat. I don't know why nobody else thinks I'm neat. And I thought, oh, well, maybe it is her own acceptance of herself that scares other people. And this goes true in a lot of places. Like I was working with this other woman, and one of the people the clients that I'm taking care of asked me to do something for him that was at a bad time, and it was a lot of work, and it was kind of tasky. And she was laughing, telling me that she went to see him first and told him that it couldn't be done, that there's no way it was going to be done right now, that it just wasn't possible. And I looked at my watch and I'm like, actually it is possible. I do have time and it would mean so much to this particular person that I'm helping right now. And so I just did it. No reason why, I made it happen. It took about a half hour of my time, and I realized there probably wasn't much else I really had to do at that time besides just wait for my shift to end. So, but I helped him. I helped make this happen. And when I was leaving, he ran out and gave me a big hug, and he said, "Thank you so much. That small thing you just did for me made everything seem like it's okay. I feel totally revived and renewed. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate what you've just done. Thank you so much." I had just made his day by, instead of being negative and being like, "Oh, I don't want to do it," but say, you know what? Let's be positive. Realistically, I can do this for him. So I did it, and I made his whole day. And in turn, he made my day. This small little thing of being positive instead of being negative worked. And I remember the other person who told him I couldn't do it said, "You're setting the bar high for everybody. We can't all compete with you on that." And I thought, really? Yes, you can. You can. If it's being nice and going out of reach for people, we absolutely can compete. If it means having a more positive lifestyle, doing things more energetically, more excitedly, having a smile on your face, you bet we can compete. We can compete, and we should compete. This should be the competition, not what can we not do for people, but what we can do for people. So my whole take on the week is it's just been a fantastic experience, and I can see wanting to do this for the rest of my life. I also can say I now recognize this in other people that I've admired in my life. I remember I worked with this nurse, and she was just a pile of energy, a pile of positivity, a pile of fun. And the thing about her, she never talked bad about anybody. And if you started to talk bad about someone, she just kind of smiled and walked away. And at the time I thought it was annoying because I'm so used to engaging with other people and, oh, we don't like this and we don't like that. And she just would never engage in that. And yet everybody loves her. Everybody wants to work with her. Everybody wants to be near her. And I thought, you know what? I always admired her, and that's what I had turned into, and I love that. So I definitely say this, as far as the being positive, this is a great joy. It's incredibly hard and painful to start. It is definitely not done. I'm still learning because I find myself being negative at times. I mean, I do have those moments. But you know what? Between being positive about other people and, more importantly, being positive about myself, it's been just a huge learning experience. And I can definitely see how this helps bring better things into your life, better momentum into your life by just finding positivity. All right, see you next week.